Cody White back deep for Seattle. And we are underway in week 2 of the preseason. This is White. And he's taken down at the 20-yard line. Drew Lock leads the Seahawks offense onto the field in his 8th NFL season.
And Drew Lock, he's had some success in the NFL, and what I really like is he understands his role. He understands that Sam Darnold is the guy, but when I step in, I need to be equally as productive as Sam Darnold, make some of the plays, but we know that it's going to revolve around this run game. So let's take a look at what happens in the run game and then the play action off of it.
There's to Cartier Wright as the Seahawks start from the 21, and Wright gains 4 on first down.
And take a look at last year's offensive ranks: points per game, 3rd, top 10 in pass yards a game, and then rush yards a game. And there's Jackson Smith-Njigba. A guy like Jackson Smith-Njigba, he's going to win all the one-on-one battles.
Lock throws on second down, and it's complete. It's Cody White. The Seahawks move the chains, pick up a first down out to the 33.
Yeah, and to expand on what I was referencing with Jackson Smith-Njigba, as soon as you can establish the run game, it forces the defenses to now bring that extra man in the box. And when you do that, Sam Darnold, he's been really good in the play action, understanding when he's going to get the one-on-ones outside of Jackson Smith-Njigba. That's when you get the production, and it throws that defense out of whack.
On first down, this is Wright up the middle. Gain of 3 out to the 36.
See already that they want to establish that inside running game. And I really like that because it's the old school smash mouth. You're starting to see a lot of teams get back to it. You know, about 3-4 years ago, we were talking about the spread offense, and they were going quick, and they talked about basketball on grass, and now you're bringing it back to this old school ground and pound, and then you open up the pass game from there.
Lock swings it out. This is Velus Jones. There is a flag. Clete Blakeman, our referee tonight.
Here's the contact. Defense number 38. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And that's Tony Adams coming out of the game now. Oh, nope, going back in. There's Robert Saleh, head coach, and really liked our interview with him. Really enjoyed it. Right? He seemed like a guy that learned from that first head coaching experience with the Jets. Now he's bringing some of that over. Brought Brian Dable, offensive coordinator.
This is Jones out of the backfield. You talk about the Seahawks run game. Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker now in Kansas City. Zach Charbonnet scored 12 touchdowns last season, working his way back from injury.
Yep. Yeah, you see those guys, and we'll talk about that run game. And Robert Saleh, just want to go back because he's actually going to be calling the defensive plays this season. He's not doing it right now. Gus Bradley, defensive coordinator, is calling those plays. But he said he wants to feel connected again to the players, going again that scheme and understanding what it feels like and put on the pressure points for the defense.
Velus Jones once again on 2nd and 5. Stopped a yard shy of the marker.
Yeah, Kenny, you mentioned the running game. They're missing Zach Charbonnet, but they've been very impressed with Jadarian Price. They've been impressed in the run game, but also he's been very special in the passing game as well. Sam Darnold believes he's going to be a threat on creating these one-on-one mismatches with defensive ends, with linebackers and safeties in the passing game, and that's only going to open it up for Jackson Smith-Njigba on the offense.
He's impressed in practice, did not play last week. We do not expect to see Price tonight. Elijah Arroyo, second-year tight end from your alma mater. University of Miami picks up a first.
Yeah, so we're going to watch him go in motion, and it's pretty easy when you look at the defense, and they're right now trying to play man. Linebacker has to go through the coverage, can't get there, and then Arroyo is just going to race down the sideline for a first down. Nice gain, and it's a really nice-looking offensive drive right now for the Seattle Seahawks.
Injured Seahawk offensive lineman Mason Richmond, 7th round pick last season. Mike McDonald and the Seahawks lost their preseason opener to Dallas. They suffered a key injury during the joint practice here in Nashville on Friday. Wide receiver Jake Bobo out for the season.
Yeah, we saw him go down, and he's a tough guy. So when we saw how long it took for him to get back up, you know, the pain and frustration on his face, we knew it didn't look good. Mike McDonald, John Schneider, both just equally distraught by that.
Richmond back up on his feet.
Yeah. Able to walk off on his own. That's always a good sign. Hopefully nothing serious. Remember Mike McDonald, John Schneider, you know, we were talking with them, and you could tell they were trying to be nice, you know, and talk to us, but their mind was on Jake Bobo, and they just felt bad for him, right? Couldn't believe that he went down, out for the season. Now they have to find that third, fourth wide receiver. That was already a hot contention position spot for the Seahawks. So we're going to see who's going to come out and, you know, make some plays and be consistent for the Seattle Seahawks offense.
From the 36, off the play fake, catch is made and is taken into the end zone by Arroyo for a Seahawks touchdown. 36 yards from Drew Lock to Elijah Arroyo.
So I mentioned that's a good-looking drive. Now just take a look at Arroyo and his outside release. You're watching now the defense, as I talked about, the run game. All the linebackers, they suck up in the run game. The safety, he misses the coverage. He goes out with the wide receiver. It leaves Arroyo wide open down the seam. And Drew Lock, he's not going to miss that, man. That's a veteran. He sees the wide open tight end. Nice play, nice execution, nice-looking drive for Seattle.
There's Jason Myers, who set a Super Bowl record with 5 successful field goals. Myers adds the extra point. Ward, second-year quarterback. Tony Pollard, 1,000-yard rusher each of the last 4 seasons, takes the handoff, 2 with Dallas, and the last 2 with the Titans. And Pollard, with a nice run, picks up.
He knew that he had to be better, and he was that last half of the season. And got to see who's down for the Seattle Seahawks, but Cam Ward was really honest about himself, his performance, and then he's going to improve this year. I'm really excited to see how he does.
Started all 17 games as a rookie.
And it looks like Bud Clark is the one that's going to go down. There's Bud Clark in the center of the screen, and might have gotten rolled up on by one of his players, and immediately calling for the training staff.
Rookie second-round pick out of line to send their best wishes to the rookie Bud Clark. And we've touched on some of the injury issues. Charbonnet coming off the torn ACL.
Yep.
They lost Bobo on Friday. This is the second injury in today's game, and they hope to have Nick Eamon-Warried back early in the regular season.
Yeah.
He's coming off an injury as well. Had a terrific rookie season for Seattle.
Yeah, and it was actually a point of emphasis for Mike McDonald, trying to find that third corner that they can use interchangeably. And if you've seen Mike McDonald's defense, you know, Devin Witherspoon, as great as he is, he's only one guy. They can put him outside, they can put him inside. They need help, though. Josh Jobe is on the other side. They need that guy that's going to be another nickel / safety position. And right now, the guys are going down quickly.
Second down and 1 to give to Pollard. And Pollard picks up a Tennessee Titans first down.
Take a look at the offense last year. 30th, right? Not good. We know it wasn't good at all. And coach got fired mid-season, but that has been a point of emphasis for Brian Daboll. If you've ever been around Brian Daboll's offenses with the Buffalo Bills, even and then playing out of that and being a unique offense.
Titans empty the backfield, and the pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson, who played for Daboll in New York with the Giants. over 90 receptions in New York for Robinson each of the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, take a look at Cam Ward's eyes. What you're going to see for Tennessee Titans fans is a lot of Wan'Dale Robinson connecting with Cam Ward. They see the field the exact same way.
2nd and 5. Pass intended for the first-round pick out of Ohio State, 4th overall, Carnell Tate.
That was a nice job. Carnell Tate trying to get separation. He's going to go up and then out. Got to give Noah Igbenegani a nice job staying square, forcing him to the sideline. Just couldn't come up with the throw, with the catch, excuse me. Carnell Tate's been having a great camp, though. You can see the reason why he was drafted so high. Very athletic, very explosive.
So they add Wan'Dale Robinson. They draft Tate. Calvin Ridley on the field, coming off an injury-plagued season. 1st down and more into Seattle territory. Pollard finally shoved out of bounds by DeAnthony Bell. So Cam Ward connecting with Pollard. Catch and run of 33 yards.
And what I like about this is Cam Ward is just taking what the defense is giving him. It's a swing pass. The linebacker got picked by his own defensive player, and then Tony Pollard is off to the races on the outside. Really like that Cam Ward can get that 1st down.
From the Seahawks 40, Ward steps up, fires downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Tate.
That one overthrown just a little bit, but it was such a great conversation we had with Cam Ward, right? He was very, very frank, very candid with us about his first year, and then I asked him, what are we going to see from Cam Ward's 2nd year? And he told us, I'm going to take what the defense gives me. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay ahead of the chains, stay in the green, as he and Dabo like to call it.
2nd and 10. Ward looking, can't find anyone. Under pressure, throws to the far sideline. That's the 2nd-year receiver out of Stanford, Alec Ayermatter. Caught 41 balls last season.
And there's Brian Dable. Now it's a matter of putting it together, getting the language right, the terminology, have that offensive line protect for Cam Ward, and give him this opportunity right here. Set the protection, get the team in the right offensive play, and then execute.
3rd down and 7 for Ward. And the Titans looking for Ayermatter with Andre Fuller defending. Rookie 7th-round pick out of Toledo.
Coverage. I know the fans are booing, but this is one-on-one. You basically have no help, right? It's a single high safety. The safety will never get there, and he did not panic. Oh, he might have gotten there a little early, right? Face guarding, but hey, I'm on the linebacker. I'm telling him.
So here's Joey Sly. This will be a 55-yard attempt. Last week he made 3 from 50-plus in a win over San Francisco. Back home. White back deep along with Henderson for Seattle.
Liked what I saw from Cam Ward. Liked what I saw from that offense. Of course, Seattle had that one busted coverage, but they took advantage and got a field goal.
Henderson hesitated. And then took it out. Hit hard after crossing the 20. Sucks. From the 21. Block handing it off to Wright. And he's bottled up behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's Marcus Harris coming up, and you can tell this is a first-team defense for the Tennessee Titans. Jeff Simmonson's out there, their stars are there, and they clearly were not happy with the performance in the first series. Get the safety up there quickly, closes it, makes a nice tackle for loss. Now has the Seattle Seahawks behind the chains. Here you can blitz a little bit. I know they're going to be basic. It's preseason, but you still want to see them perform.
Block 4 for 4 on the opening drive. Under pressure. Able to get rid of it. Eric Sorbert, veteran of 9 NFL teams, makes the catch. Back up tight end.
And this is what you like to see, the leaders stepping up. As I said, that first series was not a good one. So now Jeff Simmons, one of the best defensive tackles, if not the best defensive tackle in the NFL, getting in there, getting pressure on Drew Lock. So you can see it's not about the play calling, it's the intensity. Right now, the intensity starts to pick up. The quarterback, they're going to show why they're a new and improved defense.
3rd down and 9 for Seattle. Let's get to the 31 for a first down. Locke will take off. And Locke crossed the 30.
Oh, he got it, Kenny.
Has a Seahawks first down.
Yeah, it looked like the Seahawks or the Titans thought that he might just slide. Instead, he knew exactly where he needed to go. Nice run. You can tell he's already looking, seeing the blocking, and then he's like, all right, how much do I need to go to get in? Bam, bam. Take the shot, get the first down. Nice job, Drew Lock.
Locke now in his 8th season. He started 28 regular season games as Sam Darnold looks on from the sideline. Locke with the Broncos. Brian Dable with the Giants back in 2024. On first down, he hands it off to Wright, found a big hole, and Wright will take it all the way for a Seahawks touchdown, 69 yards.
Blockers, they go, pull. Linebackers don't get over, and he runs right up the teeth of that Titans defense. That is exactly what you want to see if you're a Seahawks offense. You don't have Kenneth Walker.
Some of the players left the sideline. Players not in uniform went out onto the field and joined in on the celebration.
Yeah. Automatic flag. I like their excitement. They could kind of just wait until he gets to the sideline and cheer. Celebrate with him, but that was a good-looking touchdown, Kevin.
So the extra point attempt from 48 yards out is no good. And Beatty, rookie out of Illinois, back deep for the Titans. And he takes it out from 2 yards deep. Beatty across the 25. We head down to Megan with Sam Darnold.
Well, thank you so much, guys. Sam, a lot of offense this game already. No one seems to be happier than you and
banner come down opening day, so like there's little things that you gotta compartmentalize a little bit, when things come up. But at the end of the day, like our team's so good about locking in on the things that we need to get ready for this season, and that's just what we're doing here, guys. But we have a lot of good guys that like the rookie running back Darian Price has been showing up a lot in camp so far. So we just got a lot of good weapons, and it's fun for me to be able to utilize those guys. And then our offensive line, they just continue to work and do everything that they can to make us better as an offense.
Speaking of continuing to work, Coach McDonald just praised your evolution from last season into this one. He said,
strengthen my weaknesses a little bit, and then strengthen even my strengths. So, but yeah, it's been a great offseason that way, and just excited to kick it off here pretty soon.
What would those weaknesses be, Sam?
I think for me, like just moving in the pocket, I feel like when I get to 1 and 2 in the progression, I'm pretty solid. But when I get to, just have that great combination of stuff that he's done the last couple of years in San Francisco, and things that I've done in the past, and things that other guys have done in the past as well.
Who is standing out to you in this camp offensively that you just think is doing a great job so far?
I got to shout out Montori Foster. I feel like has been having a
good luck this season. Thanks, Kenny. I'll throw it back to you guys.
Thanks, Megan. Great job by the Seahawks defense stopping Tajay Spears on 4th down. So Locke and the Seattle offense back on the field, and this pass is picked off. There is a flag. Kevin Winston coming up with the interception, but we will check in with Clete Blakeman. Looks like Cordell Flott.
Contact. Defense number 18. He's 5 yards from the previous spot. First down, Seattle.
Flott coming over from the Giants.
So the illegal contact happened before the throw. He's looking back right now. Kevin Winston makes the play, but that flag, there's Cordell Flott up top, and there's the legal contact. Man, I've seen a lot worse. That was a little ticky-tack.
Here's Velus Jones. With us here in Nashville, just to our right, is the great Mike Pereira.
Well, to me, the contact really ends at about 5 yards, and you look for a healthy 5, meaning 6 yards downfield. If you get that far, you got to let him go.
At his hands, let go after 5 yards.
Second down at 13. Locke swings it out. This is right. By the way, getting back to Megan's terrific interview with Sam Darnold.
Yes.
How many people get to say that it was the best day of their life?
50. Now, he was very particular on his 3rd and 4th reads, getting his feet correct, right? And we'll talk about that a little bit after this play.
Wins the Super Bowl February 8th, married April 3rd, as this play is blown dead.
And then all he can think about is, how can I get better?
Offense number 87. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
That's Montori Foster Jr., one of those receivers that Darnold has been very impressed with during training camp and preseason.
Yeah, he's going to the sideline now, but he's going to be one of those guys, if he makes the team, that Sam Darnold is going to have to get his feet right, get to that 3rd or 4th progression. And it was very interesting just talking with him, because he was talking about, you know, it was almost bittersweet. Didn't play to his standards, so he was happy that they won, but not satisfied, right, by his performance.
3rd down and 16. This is Henderson. Manuel Henderson, 2nd-round pick out of Kansas.
And so with Sam, it was interesting because you would think that he'd have
missed the extra point from this exact distance after the penalty.
Last time.
He connects from 48. This time.
I felt like you put the Kenny G on it. I'm looking and saying, all right, now you got to really change the mentality, because in preseason, it's not about the X's and O's.
Pass intended for the tight end, Gunnar Helm. Flag on the play.
Holding, offense number 51. 10-yard penalty, replay, 1st down.
That's the center, Austin Schlottman. Played for Brian Daboll in New York.
Yes, and came over when that intensity so far.
1st down and 20 following the penalty. Pass over the middle, caught by another ex-New York Giant, tight end Daniel Bellinger.
And these are the guys that are coming over. They're also going to bring some of that culture, right? They want Daboll, Robert Saleh. They want to have some of their guys in the building, understand what it is to play, practice their way.
2nd down and 12. Ward complete. Spears. Nice tackle made by DeAnthony Bell as we hit a half-minute remaining in this 1st quarter.
And so you see what I mean. The defense isn't complicated. We know Mike McDonald can get very again with this defense, I should say. It's just guys making plays, getting off blocks, making tackles when they're supposed to.
3rd down and 8 for Ward and the Titans. Flag is thrown. Calvin Ridley, the intended receiver.
From Mike Pereira agreeing with me, so when the great Mike agrees with me, I know I'm good.
Here's Ward with the flip. Spears stopped just shy of midfield as the 1st quarter comes.